President Trump sealed the deal in Singapore, but his body language may have stolen the show. A clash of cultures highlighted by power, politeness, and plenty of smiles. Joining us right now is the author of The Power of Body Language and body language expert, Tonya Reiman. Tonya, it's good to see you again. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
So we want you to walk through all the body language and tell us what you think you see. Let's begin with the initial handshake.
Sure.
That iconic photo that really went viral. They approach each other on stage. They go to shake each other's hands. President Trump grabs Kim Jong Un by the upper arm. What do you see here?
Okay, so if you watch the initial handshake as they're walking towards one another, Trump extends his hand first. Okay, this is what the person of power typically does. So if you think about presidential debates, they both walk out like this, right? So once he goes to shake hands, he does it in an upward fashion, which is somewhat submissive. So he's kind of tricking him because as he gets closer, he neutralizes the handshake. And then he pulls it just a little bit, that Trump pump that he likes to give. And then touching someone is a signal of dominance. So by touching him, everyone seemed to think, oh, he's being friendly. No, he was making sure that he knew, I'm taller than you, so I have more power, and I'm touching you, so I have the power, I'm in control.
Wow.
And what did you see out of Kim Jong Un? What was his position?
Well, you know, he automatically feels a little insecure, but they're taught typically to mask with a small smile. So when you watched his facial expression, you didn't see much of a change. So when he tried to pat back, it didn't work because what happened? Trump patted again. So they were going through this little tug of war, and Trump won.
And he continues to remind him that I'm the one with the power.
That's right.
Do you see this more in men, or is it equal for women? I mean, it seems like there's more touching dominance going on with two men in power.
The power struggle is typically between two men because it always looks like the hierarchy. So you have height, you have touch, and then you have eye contact. Now, that's cultural. That's a big deal when we talk about culture. But if you're looking at two men, you're going to see from a distance who controls the situation. And if you watched what he did after he shook his hand, after he touched him, he led the way.
Yeah.
So if you were watching with the sound off, you would have definitely thought he was hosting instead of meeting.
This is Donald Trump's meeting.
Yes, right.
So during their first official sit-down, both leaders were full of smiles. President Trump ending the media availability by giving Kim Jong Un his signature thumbs up. What did that tell you?
Well, again, you know, he does that all the time. But to even notice that handshake was telling as well. He does the same thing, hand up and then pull it down. But the thumbs up is typical for him, and even that position that he was just sitting in, which is considered somewhat submissive because it's slumped over. He has that. That's his baseline. So we know it's not.
Is that what you just called the fig leaf position?
No, actually, that was a little bit different. The fig leaf is when you're up here covering. What he does is a power thing down here, but he's hunched, so it comes across as submissive. However, because we know that that's Trump's baseline, we know it's not a submissive gesture. So the thumbs up, you only have to be careful about that when you're talking about cultures. Once again, that could be potentially an insult.
So I want to ask a question. I'm kind of nervous on how to do it. Based on reading my body language here. How's this, okay?
You look wonderful. Hands. You know what? Hands are really important. So if you can show your hands, it makes people trust you more. It builds credibility. It makes people feel
looking in the eye.
Right, exactly. Again, culturally.
Sure.
But so, for instance, if I'm talking...
So in other words, looking in someone's eye is only an American thing?
No, it's not just American, but you do need to know the culture you're talking to because in some cultures it is disrespectful. So I always say...
in the Middle East,
I always say to just be self-aware.
When I was there, when I was a diplomat in the Middle East, as a woman, you know, you always had to be very sensitive about these things because in some cultures, the women looking a man into an eye could be disrespectful.
Even men looking each other into the eyes can be disrespectful. So you just have to know where you're going, know the people you're talking to, and then follow their lead.
And does this body language affect the way negotiations actually happen by dominating the handshake? Does that really change the way Kim Jong Un is going to behave and the decisions that he makes?
Yeah, well, yes, it does. But it's not just that. It's not that it just dominates a negotiation. It sets the tone for who's in control. And whether you recognize it or not, it just takes a few seconds to build that credibility.
What about this one, then? After signing the landmark agreement, Kim Jong Un puts his hand on Trump's back.
But Trump...
Okay, while leaving the room, and then President Trump returns the gesture.
That's right, because he has to be seen as the last one to touch so that we all, as the audience, know. And that's also sending him a signal. That's sending him a signal, I'm in control and you're not.
So on a personal, does this work with a spouse?
Yes. Yes.
It does?
It's my anniversary.
It's your
today. Don't get
anniversary
me in
now.
trouble.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Yeah, what advice do you have for Maria?
You know what? Here's
Yes.
a great little tip.
Okay.
Depending upon what you're looking to do, especially if you're talking to a spouse, you want to make sure that when you're talking to your spouse, you're standing so that your information, whatever you're saying, can go into her right brain, which is the emotional brain, so that if you say something like, hey, let's go away, it'll go right into her emotional brain and she'll go, yes, let's do that. Process it in the left brain and it becomes more logical. I'm not sure, really. Can we both get away from work? Do we have the money for that vacation?
How do you make sure it goes into the right side of the brain?
You have to stand with that person's eyes looking in one direction or the other. So if I'm looking at you this way on the right, it's being processed in my left.
Wow.
So
Just
then,
a quick
so
tip.
say
I'm hard of hearing
it
in
on
my
the
right
left
ear.
then.
Is that
Yeah. Well, then we'd whisper it in your ear.
So say it on the left, so it processes
In the right.
Okay. All right, Tonya.
Business
good
the
tips.
opposite. Business is the opposite, though.
Great to have you this morning, Tonya.
Thank you
Thanks
very
so
much.
much. Tonya Reiman there.